Hello all Sims gamers out there. It's a fantastic day today because I'm gonna go back to The Sims 2 and I have been waiting for beginning this particular Let's Play since November 2019. There was a lot of stuff that need to be fixed before I could get The Sims 2 going and running smoothly, because I had a lot of problems with crash and some pixel problems, and I could not have it in this screen here. I had to have it in smaller, so yeah, it was a lot of fuss, but it was so worth it because Sims 2 is basically the beginning of my Sims addiction, if I can call it that. I have mentioned it before, I didn't play so much of the first series of The Sims, unfortunately. I only had one game on PlayStation 2, but I didn't go through the PC version of The Sims. But when I tried out The Sims 2 several years ago, I was basically hooked. Only about that little, I think it was an hour we played or something like that, but I was hooked immediately after that and was like, Mom, we need to go to the mall. I need to basically buy The Sims 2. So I was sitting playing so many hours each day, and I have so many good memories with The Sims 2. So finally I can go down the memory lane again and go back to The Sims 2. And of course, when this addiction came, of course all the expansion packs and stuff packs need to be both to get the whole collection and the whole experience with different features, with different worlds, with different clothes, objects, and other magical creatures like vampires, werewolves, witches. What other things do we have? Aliens. They are not basically magical, but yeah, they have been here since the start basically. Because there's so many mysteries in The Sims 2, like the disappearance of Bella Goth and the Caliente sisters, which seems to have some relations to aliens, and Bella disappeared on a roof on Laterio's house, and Laterio have a relationship with the Caliente sisters and gonna marry the daughter of Mortimer and Bella Goth. So it's so complex and it's so fun, but we're gonna, yeah, Sims 2 is so huge, so we will not have time to look through everything today, but we're gonna go one step closer, or at least one step into a very interesting Let's Play series, because I'm gonna have Sims 2 for a long time because I have so many good memories with it. Anyway, so yeah, you can see there's plenty of new worlds like Belladonna Cove, Desiderata Valley, Desiderata, River Blossom Hills, and here you have the three iconic worlds like Pleasant View, where the Goth family lives, Strange Town, where it seems to be, or there is a Bella Goth going around there, but I have of course seen different videos and so on of this whole Bella Goth mystery, and people claim that the Bella Goth that is going in Strange Town is not real. She's a copy. No one knows where she is basically, because some people think because she doesn't have any memories that is not the real Bella Goth. But again, the aliens could have washed or erased her memory, so who knows? It's so bizarre and fun at the same time. In Veronaville, you have this complex relationship between two families, and the youngsters basically fall in love, but the families on each side is not friendly to each other. They don't like each other. But the most iconic towns, I would say, is Pleasant View and Strange Town. Veronaville, yeah, here you can see the picture of it. You see the teenagers fall in love, but the families, hate is a strong word, but they don't like each other. And then you have Strange Town with Bella God in the background and aliens and a military guy looking very angry at the alien guy. And a guy that just, I don't know, I kind of know his story as well. I know so much, even that it's several years since I played The Sims 2, but there are so many strong, good memories with this game, so I remember it too well. And then you have this very complex neighborhood with so many mysteries, like the Caliente sisters, the Lothario, Mortimer, and Broke is also a terrible, tragic story. Like the guy in the house drowned in the pool. So there's so many things in Sims 2 that it's just whoo. And then you have these new worlds. Honestly, I have not played so much through them. Most being in Pleasant View, Strange Town, and some here and there in Veronaville. I remember when I had the game several years ago. So yeah, it's so fun to just try it out. And as you can see behind me here, the Christmas tree is still up, and I have a little Christmas town going on here, so you can see it's still Christmas around me, but we are already in New Year, but we don't throw out the Christmas tree before, like, I think it will be this weekend, or I will have it for one more week, but it starts to get a little dry, so maybe not. Anyway, which town should we choose though? Like, you also have this learn to play thing, but I think that's not very necessary to go through. I always been a huge fan of Pleasant View because of the stories that's around there. But I think we're also gonna create our own sim because there's so much to explore. And Pleasant View, I have to be honest about something. When I got the collection, of course I had to try it out. Because you need to load all these worlds, and that takes a lot of time. So I already set up Pleasant View somehow. So I think we go for Pleasant View today, and of course we're gonna check out all the other towns and have so much fun. That's for sure. Alright, let's read here. A lot has happened in 25 years, but some new faces in town are stirring up rivalries and creating tension for the once happy families. Can anything be done to get the neighborhood feeling good again? Maybe, maybe not. And then you can go on vacation to 3 different worlds. You have this shopping world actually, and you have downtown. We're gonna check all this out. We gonna have so much fun from now on. I said maybe that I will take Sims 4 and Sims 2 each week. Like Sims 4 will come on next week and then Sims 2 again. But I have been thinking back and forth, and I think I'm gonna focus on Sims 2 because it's so much fun and I have so many good memories, and for some reason I like the gameplay in Sims 2 so much more than in the Sims 4. How is that possible? Sims 2 has old graphics, you are more limited to each lot, and there's so many things that is missing than I of course want to take into Sims 2 from Sims 4. But there's something with the gameplay and the stories and the memories, and that this basically started my Sims addiction and playing further on. Of course, Sims 3 came after that, and now I have Sims 4. So, yeah. But anyway. And then we have University. Of course, we're gonna check that out as well. And we have 3 you can choose from, basically. So, right, let's go into Pleasant View. Here we go. Oh, look at it. It's so cute, even that it's so old. We're gonna have a little tour here. I'm a little in the way, I can see. And you have cars, of course. I remember that. You have functional cars and driveways. And the music is a little too loud, I can hear. Let's see here. We can mute it right now, but we will have it back, I promise. But right now, since I'm speaking and all. Alright, here is the neighborhood Pleasant View. And I just love it. You have different community lots, and you have the most iconic families that basically is part of this. Ooh, rainbow! Part of this Bella Goth mystery. And here is actually the family I started with. And they are called Doing Everything. Because since I have every expansion pack, I have so much I can do. So I started with hobbies, I started with visiting lots with vampires, witches, and so on. I did like everything. And now they are on vacation. So that's why this Plumbo is dark green. Alright, you have the Broke family, which is so tragic because the man in the family died in a pool. So it's super tragic. And you have the Caliente family, which I know have certain connections. Like, also to my family. Or the family I'm playing with. And I have read so much about this. They have, and I also looked through their memories, and they have a connection with aliens. So of course, you can draw some lines here. Are they behind Bella Goth's disappearance or abductions? Or abduction? Dun dun dun. And then they had Lotario, which has also plenty of connections. Now, only 2 actually. It was the Caliente family that had more connections. Yeah. And the Dreamer family I have not been so much into, to be honest. So, their story, I don't know, but could it be enough to win Cassandra's affection? So obviously someone is in love with Cassandra here, which is the daughter of Mortimer and Bella Goth. So if we go from them, they have like connection to nearly everyone, not the Broke family. The Pleasant family, the Dreamer family, the Caliente, and the Lotario. So they know everyone. Oh, we have a little hill over here. I'm not so good. Oh, and we have a little cottage over here. Yeah, like, I'm pretty bad. We can go with that. I'm pretty bad at exploring this so-called neighborhood. So I need to be better at that, because then you can see all the house, and especially this huge mansion over here. But the very cute thing about Sims 2 is that you can place lots and you can place properties. What are they exactly called again? For some reason I forgot. Empty lots is actually what they are called. So you can build your neighborhood. That's a huge bummer in Sims 4. You cannot make your own neighborhood. Like what? You could also place out lots in Sims 3, but they took it away in Sims 4. Why? I don't know. You can place empty lots and then have other community lots and living homes around. And of course, you can decorate, which is super cute. Like, you can take these and you can see, yeah, now I got it up. Here, you can actually take this out and you create waves across the coastline here. And here, these particular buildings are for downtown, I think, because they're huge skyscrapers and so on. But this one is a crashed UFO, which you can find in Strange Town. And here you have all these cute things like waves, and you can have train tracks, and you can have planes flying around. Now there was no plane when I placed it out, but anyway, yeah, here we can see it. Oh, well, not that good, but yeah, they will fly over. And you can have this confettis, you can have flowers, you can have big lights, you can have birds. It's like a lot you can have and make your neighborhood look like the most coziest place in the world. But that's a huge bummer in Sims 4, that you cannot decorate your neighborhood, you cannot make your neighborhood and not place out houses. So of course we maybe need to make our own neighborhood eventually. So like you can do so much. Oh, this was not very cute. A little park. You cannot visit it, but still. Billboard. Oops, I was not supposed to do that. Let's take it away. Yeah, you have this light. What is this called again? Lighthouse. There we go. And what is this though? Some flags. Yeah, it's plenty of stuff you can have. It's like, please, why take it away from Sims 4 though? You know, this cool Sims 2 sign. There we go. My English is a little broken today because I'm too excited about what I'm doing here. Okay. And you can read about the neighborhoods and the families and so much more. A lot has happened in 25 years. Mortimer God made his fortune. The Pleasant put down roots and a new generation of Sims was born. But peaceful, happy existence is in jeopardy when some new arrivals to Pleasant View start stirring up trouble, creating rivalries and tensions for all the families in the neighborhood. Can anything be done to restore the peace to sleepy, idyllic Pleasant View? That's basically the same text that was in the beginning, and then you can read further on to each of the big families. Cassandra is ready to start a family of her own, but can she tame the town Casanova, which is Lothario? Can Mortimer bounce back after the disappearance of his wife Bella? Was it just coincident that the Caliente sister arrived on the eve of Bella's disappearance? Here you can kind of get some clues. And is there interest in Mortimer's physical or fiscal? Who is Don Lothario? Is his engagement to Cassandra Goth genuine? And what about the rumor that her mother Bella was last seen scaling the deck of his condo? Brandy was left to raise two boys alone following her husband's suspicious pool ladder accident. With Dustin acting out, can Brandy teach young Bill to make the right choices in life? On the surface, Daniel and Mary Sue Pleasant seem to have the perfect life, but is their love a flimsy facade? And can Angela and Lilith make the right choices when it comes to love? Yeah, I remember now. He has an affair with a housekeeper. I remember this now. Wow, this family is just weird. Alright, and this one I don't know that much. Darren is pursuing his dreams of being an artist, while his son Dirk hits the books. And Darren may have found his muse, but will his creativity be enough to win Cassandra's affection? So of course you can do a lot of stuff to change the story in the neighborhoods, but I know, like, you can see a little bride arch or something like that. And I know from earlier on, when I got into that house, you can see the marriage, or not marriage, the wedding between Cassandra and Lothario is beginning, basically. And based on quite coincidence, I would say, Lothario will accept the wedding or marriage to Cassandra or not. It's quite weird. So what should we do? Should we go into each family and begin the funny thing going on here? Or should we make our own? I see the time is so over. So let's just go into the Goth family and see about this special thing I was talking about. See here. Cassandra is smitten with Don and wants to get hitched. Perhaps an affectionate gesture will put the relationship on strong footing. Like, now they are okay, I will say. And she will kiss, and she will get married, and she will get want a baby. So if we are not doing anything, I think Don Lothario will not accept the marriage. So yeah, I don't know what we should do. Should we try and see what happens? Because the time again is so much. So what happens if we go here now and say get married? Will he say yes or no? What if we flirt and, for example, kiss one time before we go to the wedding arch? Yeah, 95. What happens if we do this? People, someone is getting married, even though you're super cute.
Frogi Jahano Lapso
He's
Nibre.
skeptical.
Steep Flow. Steep Flow, Shubi. Sablo Fob.
I feel super sad for her, but yeah, like when they get red like these, they get super weird. And I know when you have certain aspirations, suddenly a bunny comes flying down from the sky and is doing things. Like now, she hates him. Sorry to use that word, but she really does. But it is the best for her, because if you go into every story, Don Lothario have a relationship with the Caliente sisters, so he will not be true to her. So it is the best, but now I feel so sad for Cassandra here. Like, poor girl. Poor girl. Yeah, she's super weird. Look at her. And the phone starts calling. No, it was not a bunny. It was this guy. I thought it was a bunny, but it was not. It's this guy. He's super funny.
Awita, yoli boli.
Yoli boli. Someone need to get the phone. Yeah, like if you are another sim, you cannot see this guy. But if you are there we go. Oh, someone is crying. I know. You may be very sad because that terrible Don let down your sister. Don. He's a bad guy. And Mortimer, I think he'll... Oh, he doesn't have this guy as a... But he has a relationship with Dina, so... Well... Yeah, I will also do that if I was... We're still not gonna get that phone. It kind of freaks me out, or it's getting on my nerves.
Oh, Fuji.
They are like super fun when they are in this, what should I call it, state. When they are like this, they do so many fun stuff. But again, I feel so sorry for Cassandra, and the time is out, so we need to end it right away. But now you can see you actually get into stories when you are getting into the big families. I think we will get a little text box actually when I was in a wave off. Right now I can see. But I will read it anyway. They come here where my camera is basically, but you will get a text box that give you a little information about what's going on in that family, and The stories are so bizarre. But we're definitely gonna continue. I think we're gonna, in the next episode, go into each of the families and read these stories about them. And then we will figure out if we're gonna go into Create a Sim and actually start our own. Because that's a lot of fun too, because we need to explore and meet all the magical creatures, all the mysteries that is around, because that's a lot of fun. So guys, what do you think about going back to The Sims 2? I'm in love with this game again after being playing with it for a week. But I will do it gladly again with you guys on the road with me, because this memory lane is fantastic. I love The Sims 2. There's so much memories in the gameplay. I love it. There's so much stories, mysteries, everything with it that does it so fun. Like, I could play this for hours and kind of actually forget all the very good features and other things with The Sims 4, because Create a Sim in Sims 4 is fantastic. And building is also fantastic in Sims 4. But that's it. The gameplay, not so much. Sims 2 has a lot of stories, and that's what it does. It's so much fun to play with. And that's why this game has the best gameplay, I will say. Because the stories, the mysteries, everything. So I'm really looking forward already to continue with The Sims 2 next week, because I have taken the decision I'm gonna take a break from Sims 4, go fully in with Sims 2 and eventually Sims 3 as well. So it's gonna be a very fun road down the memory lane. So let me know what you think about The Sims 2 here, that we go back to it. And have you played it recently? Do you want to play it? I definitely gonna play it a lot from now on. So give a thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, and I see you in the next Sims 2 episode.